We are Cactus Wrestling. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos.
Cactus Wrestling is now available on Spotify and Amazon. And don't forget to check us out on Etsy for all of your Cactus Wrestling apparel needs.
Welcome back to Cactus Wrestling. They said it couldn't be done, but who is he to give up? The return of the almighty Gable Steveson.
Say what?
I know what you're thinking. What? The guy's had like six careers. He was doing the NFL and the WWE. There was talks about going to MMA. He wanted to get into acting like The Rock. But no, it's back where it all started. And so I'm sure you're thinking, how is it
Minnesota.
possible? The math doesn't add up. So 2019, 2020, 2022, those are his 3 years. 21 is his COVID year. 2023 is red shirt. 2024, an Olympic red shirt, which he didn't need to take. Which he didn't need to wrestle in the Olympic trials to take. So now he's eligible for 25 with his last year. And boy, howdy, does he have these heavyweights running scared.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does.
yeah. Sucks to be Greg Kirkby.
It sucks to be Minnesota. They had to probably mortgage the farm to pay for this guy to be there.
Oh
They're
yeah,
a
that
Big
too.
Ten program, and they're going to get a national championship out of it.
That's true.
He's got to be like he's single-handedly keeping that program alive.
Well,
I
you
mean,
don't think those random All-Americans that they get every year are keeping them alive?
I don't even know who they. I honestly couldn't think of like five wrestlers on their
you
program.
guys, you guys gave disrespect to the guy at 97 who's bumping up.
The what?
Who?
You guys, the guy at 97 for Minnesota,
I don't know.
Isaiah Salazar.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
You guys were like,
Salazar.
yeah, he's not gonna get it done. Dude took sixth place at 84 last year. Big Ten
that's true.
champion.
That is true.
Yeah,
And, you,
he ain't
and
getting
I'm
it done.
editing this video, and they're just like, yeah, Salazar, he kind of sucks. So, sucks to be him. And I'm like, what? I wish I was there for this video.
Yeah, no,
Big
Salazar,
Ten
he ain't getting it done.
champion. They're like,
He
you're
ain't.
like, yeah, we're not feeling him at 97. So,
mean,
But like
hmm.
Wyatt Hendrickson, is he destined for third again?
yeah, there is no, obviously there's no shoe-ins. But when you consider that Gable Steveson has a career bonus percentage, well, take a guess. Guess what?
83.
Dude,
No, it's not that
Two,
high.
WrestleStat is so fast.
73.
They
Se
WrestleStat
73, yeah.
WrestleStat already has Gable Steveson on the WrestleStat page as the starter.
Yeah, this is breaking news. You got to be on top of it. But the past two seasons, Gable's had an 82 and an 88% bonus rate in his two national championships.
Well, and
He's already he's already a Hodge Trophy champion.
Yeah,
Um, he co-won it with Spencer Lee that one
right.
year. Honestly, pound for pound rankings,
you
where do
gotta
you
be.
is he number
Gotta be
one
number
over
one.
Carter?
God, he's got to be number one.
Yeah.
He's got the Hodge. He's two-time
Yeah,
champion.
he look.
Well, and with that bonus percentage.
We've said this in previous videos. If Gable redshirts as a freshman, he's a four-time national champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If he doesn't go as a true freshman, he because Gable as a sophomore would crush Anthony Cassar, and that as a Penn State guy, like that's tough to say. But look
But
at
Kassar
how
wasn't even going to be around as a sophomore.
that's what I mean. But like the Gable that we saw from year one to year two was like,
Oh, yeah.
man, like freshman year Gable, you're like, oh, he still kind of looks like a high schooler. Sophomore year Gable is like, oh, this is a grown ass man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like, if he redshirts his freshman year, he's the second wrestler to ever go undefeated. I
Yeah, I agree
can't
with that.
guarantee you on that.
Right.
There was no one touching him.
No, he's just you know
He's really botched his own
yeah.
career.
Honestly, the dude. He could have been the way that people talk about Bruce Baumgartner. They could be talking about Gable.
Yeah.
When it comes to Olympic medals. This is a guy that should have been a four-time undefeated national champion. Should be going for his, should have already had his second Olympic gold medal. with several other world championships. But this is unfortunately the reality is that he like you said, he botched it.
And it's pretty if you're saying to yourself, well, he hasn't wrestled since 2023. Listen, the
22, yeah.
only guy that's been able to take him down at the US level is Mason Paris.
Yeah, Mason Paris.
And that's what, an Olympic bronze medalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
No,
dude's
not
pretty
Olympic.
good.
World.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do
world
too good at the
bronze.
Olympics.
Yeah, he didn't
World
do well
bronze
at the
medalist.
Olympics.
But still, that high quality guy. If you're
Yeah.
telling me, oh yeah, you know what though? Greg's gotten so much better since then.
No.
Where are we? I mean, we've talked about Greg extensively. Like his offense, it comes in
Yeah.
bursts and then he lays on guys. He's not going to have that size advantage to lay
He's,
on Gable
yeah,
Steveson.
he's not gonna be able to lay on Gable.
Gable's way too athletic. He's too quick. I mean, we talk about Greg as the superior athlete to all the other heavyweights, and Gable's that much superior to Greg. So I don't know. I think if he just
I
stays
mean,
the course, and even if he has an abbreviated season,
he's going
uh,
to have to. I mean, he's going to be. I don't think he's allowed to start till the second semester.
yeah, I mean, his last
It's
two,
like a month away.
Yeah.
his
Well, I
his
think I
last
see him in January probably.
his
Yeah.
last three seasons, he was 17-0, 17-0, and 15-0.
Yeah.
So
So he's gonna. I don't think he sees more than 20 matches, but I still would think that Greg is probably his toughest competition. Not that he's not like I'm not saying Greg's going to beat him. I'm just saying I think that Greg has probably the best chance to be competitive with him.
You don't like Feldman or Bastida's odds?
No, I think Gable matches up really poorly for Bastida. You know, Gable's super quick. He's super
Well,
athletic.
so's Younger.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I'm saying, but Gable's better at it than him, though.
Oh. I was gonna
Yeah,
say, so's
like
Hager.
Younger's, a lot of his skill is that he's so quick, he's so athletic. Gable has that, and we saw that when he wrestled against Mason Paris, is that he's like, I'm just a better athlete than you, and I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
Hmm.
now, you know what's interesting about this is that since Gable's in the Big Tens, if he wrestles against Greg and beats him in the Big Tens, the seeding implications
Greg
are
be
going to
on the
be
same side.
very interesting. Imagine if
Oh.
Greg somehow dips down to the 4 seed
Yeah,
and then gets Gable
Oh.
as the 1 seed.
Oh
This could
shoot.
spell disaster for Penn State.
I mean, let's
Well, I
pump
mean,
the brakes there
disaster
a
for
little
them
bit.
You
beating their
guys,
record from
and this
last
should be a
year.
different video because I think Iowa has a decent shot at potentially upsetting Penn State at the NCAA
All
championship.
right,
I
can
mean, I
we?
think that's
Is-
that's a
I'm
little
I'm
bit
It's
checking my
disrespectful.
closer than you think.
I'm
It's
checking
closer
my
than you
phone, and
think.
it's not April 1st.
11-11, make a wish.
I mean,
Oh,
I
jeez.
think that Iowa's actually doing worse because of how, than we expected. I mean, look at how poorly Nelson Brands just did this past weekend. Look at Drake Ayala this past weekend. Look at
Yeah,
Ryder Block. Several of their starters looked worse than we expected.
that's okay. It's not the soldier salute yet, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once you get, actually, I know it's not this video, but is there a situation where we see Angelo Ferrari either at 74 or 84?
no.
You don't think so?
There's no way they're gonna
Pat
burn a
Kennedy would
year
be
of Gabe
before.
Arnold's, and there's no way they're gonna burn Nelson Brands last year.
Get rid of him. The gambler. Get him out.
Yeah, get him out.
There's no way.
Pat
Yeah,
Kennedy, get him in
dad
there.
slash uncle is gonna allow that. No way.
It's Iowa. I mean, they're maniacs out there. If they think they have a chance to come close to Penn State, like Jack's saying, they're gonna pull out all the stops.
All I'm saying is I think it's closer than most people realize because being a champion gets you a ton of points.
Yeah.
Buchanan number one, uh, Caliendo could make the finals. You have Ayala could make the finals. Parco could make the finals. They have a lot of threats that could
Teamer.
make the Teamer could make the finals. They have a lot of guys in there that could
I mean, but
do
but
some
historically,
damage.
look at how they've done. I mean, besides Spencer Lee, who was their last national champion?
What Derek
They've
St.
always had
John?
finalists though.
Derek St. John. No, I think it was Corey Clark.
Yeah, you're
Oh
right.
yeah, Corey Clark. Yeah, Corey Clark.
Derek St.
They've
John
always
has
Derek
had
been
a
St.
back
they
a
John.
have a
long
30
time.
mat 30-year finalist streak.
I think they'll have finalists for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that Gable coming back is enough to swing it in Iowa's favor. But
I mean, I think it's going to ruin Penn State's chance of beating their
yeah,
record from
I would
last
say that.
year.
I think that, I thought this could have been Penn State's best, point scoring team ever. I don't think that's going to be the case now.
No, no
Um,
way.
it would be kind of funny though if Greg beats Gable in the finals, because Gable's first national championship he loses in the semis to a Penn State guy. His last national championship he loses to a Penn State guy. I think that'd be ideal.
Ideal.
Well, not ideal, but I think it'd be ironic.
Ideal for Penn
Funny.
State,
I
but
think it'd be funny.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, it's
do you
just
guys think
crazy
there's
that this is happening.
do you think there's any chance Greg beats him, like percentage
no.
wise?
I'd say there's always a chance, but if I was going to
0.01.
give a percentage
I would say
on it,
20%.
I would say like probably less than 10%.
I'm gonna go with 20. I'm gonna say, you know, the last time they wrestled was 3 years ago.
Well, and that was by these current rules, he would have majored him.
Yeah, he would have, for sure.
What
I
is
think
Gable?
that,
25 years old at this point?
yeah, he's 25.
It's insane.
But
He's
I
in the
think
prime of his
with
life.
Greg improving, I think with Gable's time off, is it enough to close the gap? I don't know. I would say that Greg has a chance. I wouldn't say it's a big chance. I wouldn't give him, a 50-50 chance. I would give him a 20% chance at most. But, this is I think it's gonna be interesting, especially with a 3-point takedown. I think Gable's gonna run amok.
Buck.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that was teching guys at heavyweight just on his takedowns. I mean,
Yep.
now that it's a 3-point takedown, we're gonna see him just be like, yeah, it's just even easier for me to do this.
Yeah, he only needs what, 7?
Yeah.
How many first period techs can Gable get?
And then, but what do we think happens after he wins the national championship? Let's best case scenario, Gable wins the national title, Gable wins the Hodge. What happens in next? Does he
He
push for
joins the WWE.
he reach
No, he's got to go back and reclaim his spot at 125 kilos.
do we think that
Kick
happens though? I
kick
mean, do we
Mason Paris out of there.
do we see
Yeah, I
him?
mean, I think this guy's got to realize that he's tried his other options that didn't pan out, and then do the best you can with wrestling while you still have youth on your side.
I don't think that's I would like for him to be our rep. I have a feeling he's using this as a springboard to get to the MMA scene. I think he's going to try to use this to get
Well,
back.
trying something new, a
Yeah,
third new thing.
I think
Yes.
look, he's
He makes such good decisions. This is obviously his
well,
best.
whose footsteps is he following in?
Gable Steveson needs a life
Brock
coach,
Lesnar.
man.
Brock Lesnar had the NFL tryout with the Vikings. Brock Lesnar had a very storied WWE career.
Yeah,
Brock
but he
Lesnar,
actually had a career in the
but he wasn't the wrestler that
WWE.
Gable was, and Brock Lesnar had a very good MMA career in the UFC.
Mm,
I think Gable's going to try and, there's been the parallels to him and Brock Lesnar's career forever.
yeah.
I think Gable's going to try to make that and then use it as a springboard to get into acting. He said he wants to do acting. I think he lacks the charisma.
I think he
Uh,
lacks the skill to be an actor,
yeah, well,
but
he lacks a lot of things, but
not wrestling ability.
he lacks the people around him to help him make intelligent decisions to stay
Mm,
interested.
yeah. He needs more people like AJ around.
Yeah, that's what he needs. But I hope you guys are right. I hope he goes and he wrestles 125 kilo. I hope we see him, go on a world's run. If he wins a world medal, I maybe all is forgiven.
We'll see what happens with the return of Gable Steveson, how it impacts college wrestling, Minnesota, the Big Ten, Penn State's chase for history, breaking their own point total. Uh, we'll see how everything pans out. Drop a comment down below. What are your thoughts about Gable returning? I think Mike summed it up perfect in the beginning, saying some thought, would you say something?
I don't even remember. I was trying to do I was trying to cut like a WWE promo like like Gable would have done if he
Yeah,
actually had a
yeah,
good WWE career.
yeah.
Um,
Some thought it'd never be possible,
yeah,
just
but
like the return of AJ Ferrari. Is this a more impactful return than AJ Ferrari? It's crazy that both of
yes,
these guys are back.
Yes.
I would say yes. And you're right. It is crazy they're both back. I mean, it's
Who's
like
going to be next?
Well, who has eligibility?
Austin DeSanto.
Yeah,
Um,
Austin DeSantis.
no, it's got to be somebody that like who has like. There's got to be a wrestler somewhere like David Taylor that era that has a year left somehow.
David Taylor. I mean, I only ever used 3 years of eligibility, but
Take it. Go
Oh
back.
my God. Get him back in there.
yeah, right.
So yeah, drop a comment down below. What are your thoughts on the Gable madness? Let us know. Thanks again for watching Cactus Wrestling.
Thanks for watching. We are Cactus Wrestling, and we'll see you next time on our next video.